everybody, how are you doing? My name is Mrs. Christina Braza, and I have been working for LAUSD for almost 18 years. I was even a classroom teacher for 12 years, but now I'm your elementary dance teacher, and I am super excited that you're here with me today, and we're going to have a blast with this dance lesson. Let's get started with a couple things first. Making personal space and general space so that we don't hurt our bodies. So when we are making personal space, we're making a personal space bubble around us. Feet are flat and strong, knees are soft and bent, arms are round, not touching anybody or anything. I call this my quick check, and I even take my arms behind me, just like that, so that I can feel how much room I have. Then I'm just gonna go ahead, take a moment, and we're going to stretch one way inside of our personal space bubble, stretch the other way, stretch over and across, up, over and across the other way, take it down and back up again. Take your arms behind you in your space bubble like someone's pulling. Take your arms in front of you, roll your head around, excellent, roll those shoulders. Sway your arms up and down. This is how you get to know your personal space bubble. Go the other way so that you have plenty of space. And shake it, 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 shake it. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Good. Also, quick note, if there's anything you need to push out of the way, like a coffee table, or you need to move to another room because you realize you're too close to a couch, do it now. Pause the video, go now. I like to use my imaginary laser pointer finger, and I stand in place and I draw a little circle around me. And if there's anything that's inside of that even bigger bubble circle, then I know I need to get it out of my way, because I could accidentally lose my balance and fall, and oh, I go right into it and I have an injury. We don't want that. Also, if you see I'm not wearing socks, so make sure that if you're wearing socks, take them off or put some shoes on. Safety first. And one more. Warm up. Wiggly. Wiggly. Get that body all loosey-goosey. Ready to go. Great. So, today's objective. Students, you are going to explore movement phrases that emphasize beats and rhythmic patterns. Good? Well, there's two major vocabulary words right there that we need to talk about in the objective in order to understand exactly what it is you're going to achieve today. And those two words are beats and rhythm. And I know you've heard all about the word beats and rhythm. But sometimes it's a little bit hard to explain the difference between the two. So I've actually got a little song I'd like to teach you that if you can get it stuck in your head, you'll never forget the difference between beats and rhythm, okay? So let's take our fingers, copy me, my little fingers, and I'm just going to touch the tips together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, clap. I tricked you. Let me show you the song with the words, and then it just kind of all comes together. It's real simple. Okay. The beat stays the same. The beat stays the same, but the rhythm changes with the words. Let's try it all together. Get it stuck in your head. You're like, oh, I know what beats are. They stay the same, because it's an element of time and one of the elements of dance. Time. Let's try it again. Ready, set, go. The beat stays the same. The beat stays the same, but the rhythm changes with the words. Excellent job. Yeah, that one's fun. It's simple, it's easy, and it gets stuck up here in your noggin. So you now know that beats stay the same. They're like the timekeeper to musicality. It just stays the same. And rhythm, that's that part that changes. It moves. It might go a little faster. It might go a little bit slower. It changes with the words. That's how we remember it. And our dancer bodies flow to the rhythm. And did you know that the Greek root for the word rhythm means to flow? I always like that. I like that connection. Okay, so now you understand the beat is the steady part and the rhythm part changes depending upon what we want to dance, what choices we make. So that's what we're going to do today is we're going to explore beats, different kinds of beats, but putting those beats in different rhythmic patterns. And you now know 2 of our vocabulary words. And our 3rd vocabulary word today is tempo. And tempora, Latin root, means time. So we're really working with time, and tempora is tempo in English. And that's just how fast or slow you go, the speed. And we'll really explore that today when we start changing some of those rhythmic patterns. And you'll see you got to keep up. You got to keep up to the time of the rhythmic pattern. Because before we start dancing, I want to share with you those different rhythmic patterns. I want you to see them visually. I want us to clap them out. And then we're going to put them in our bodies. It's a process. Okay? So right now, you can see here, these are our rhythm patterns, visually, because some of us need to see stuff visually for it to make sense. Some people need to get up on their feet and move for it to make sense. I'm a combo of the 2. So anyway, the first one is called the walk. Very simple. The walk is you're stepping on each beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very simple. Some don't even count it. They should, because it's a locomotor, but it's just that simple. And when I do it with my drum, when you're moving around with your body, 1, 2, 3, 4. Feels pretty steady, right? We'll start there first, but the other 4 have special names, okay? They have special names because they're varying the rhythmic pattern of the beats. First one of those, freeze and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1. And that's just called freeze and hold. It's finding the 1, finding the downbeat of 1, which is a really important thing in dance. So we have to learn to do that. And this is a fun way to do that. The next one has a fun name, the elephant walk. We're stepping on numbers 1 and 3. 1, 3, 1, 3. That's elephant walk. Next one is named after another locomotor, gallop or skip. And it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Yeah, just like a skip, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You're stepping on the ones and the word and in between the numbers. So, and it kind of is a twin to gallops and skips. It's the same timing, as we say. And the fast one. And of course, it has to have a fun little name to be the fast one. The mouse run. And this is 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a, but we go all the way to 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So let me show you. The last 2, for some, are easier. And these are harder. And then for other people, it's flipped. So you don't know until you actually get up on your feet and do it. So I want you to take a look at that. I'm going to talk you through it. You see? And we're going to clap it out right now. Let's just start basic, a basic walk, clapping on 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're probably thinking, that's way too easy. But once you start varying them and playing between the two, they start to get really confusing in your head. And you might realize, wow, walking became hard today. Okay, freeze and hold. Only on the 1 do we clap. But that means you've got to count in your head the 2, 3, 4 in silence. You got this. Ready, set, go. 1. 1. 1. 1. You did great. You just have to keep track. That's it. And if you have to kind of whisper, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay too. Okay? So now the elephant walk is you are stepping or clapping in this instance on 1 and 3. That means 2 and 4 are silent, or you're just holding and getting used to that feeling of holding it. Okay? Elephant walk. Ready, set, go. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Good. You did great. You did great. Okay, this is where that tempo time speeds up, right? Here we go. So for gallop and skip, it's 1 and 2 and. And yes, you are clapping on the ands as well. Here we go. Ready, set, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Not bad. Okay, the mouse run. Now, the words are E and and those are actual musical terms, okay? Those are for real. If you play an instrument, you probably already know, okay? So we're clapping on every single one of those. So the tempo or the speed is kind of fast, like a little mouse. That's how I can do 1 E and 2 E and. That's how I keep up. Ready, set, go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. You did great. That was awesome. You got it. So now we're gonna get up on our feet and get started. We're gonna start in stillness. I call this my pencil straight shape. Some of you who know me already know we always start and end in stillness. And that gives you a chance, especially when you get to the faster ones. Okay? And you'll know to start and stop, not only in stillness, but with this cue. And a cue just tells you what to do. It tells the performer when to start or stop something. A quick 2 beats, okay? So right now, I would love for you to stand up, double check if you sat down, you might have, and make sure you have your space. And we're gonna stand here ready. I'm gonna hit my double one, and I'm gonna just start, and we're gonna start with basic walking. You're stepping on the beats. You're stepping on the drum beats. The drum beats are gonna help you now. You have a sound cue to help you move your feet. Here we go, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect the beats to your feet. You're stepping on the beat. Those are the counts. And there you go. Pretty simple. You're not winded yet. Okay, so now, let's vary it now. Start to do some process thinking up here. It always messes me up. So let's go ahead and freeze and hold. You are only stepping on the 1. Holding 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? Let's do it. Start back in stillness. 1. holding is a little hard. It gets, you know, I started with the first 4 to kind of get us started feeling it so that you can find the 1. And finding the 1 is a really big deal in dance, but that's a whole other conversation. Great job. Okay, the elephant walk. You're stepping on 1 and 3 only. Here we go. Excellent. Good. You're doing a wonderful job. It just takes that thinking, and you're doing it. Okay. This is where the tempo speeds up with gallop or skip. This is where you might need a little bit more oxygen. Okay. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. And galloping or skipping nails it. So if you're unsure of what a gallop or skip is, like you just kind of are blanking out, that's a gallop. I mean a skip. A gallop is the same foot in front. The skip is you're switching legs. That's the only difference. Okay? Here we go. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now back to breath. Okay, the mouse run. Now, when you do the mouse run, in order to go fast, because it's fast, you're going to have to lift your heels up a little bit. I always like to think of the heels as the brakes to your body. And if you want to go fast, you don't want to put on the brakes. That means you need to kind of hold your body up, right? You need to lift your body up and make sure that you don't fall too far forward. If you do this, you're going to slow down too. So you got to get your body straight and lift it, okay? So let's try the mouse run. 1 E enda, 2 E enda, 3 E enda, 4 E enda. Stillness. Ready? Looking great. 1 E enda, 2 E enda, 1 E Did your feet match the drum? Take a break. Breathe in. Okay, so you now know all of the different rhythmic patterns. So now we're going to play some music. And I'm just going to go through each one really, really quickly to get them in your brain connected to music. And then I'm going to say explore. And you're just going to get to play using music that has a nice, steady beat that's really, really easy to hear and for you to play with as well. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, starting in stillness. Show me walk. 1, 2, 3, 4. On your own. On your own. Just walk. Find the beat now. Find that beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. continue on with the music on your own. Okay? Here we go. Run. Don't let those breaks stop you from having fun. 1E and a 2E and it. Okay? I'll get you started, then I'll stop. You keep going. Ready? Take a breath. Just play. Try any one you want. I'm just going to tell you when to start and stop. Have fun. Explore. Go. Try the different patterns. Review our vocabulary and our objectives today. Did you make students movement phrases that emphasize beats and different rhythmic patterns? Oh, you sure did. I'm sure you're still trying to catch your breath. Okay, can you take another deep breath in? Let's review our song. Ready, set, go. The beat stays the same. The beat stays the same, but the rhythm changes with the words. Did your beat stay the same, and did you play with different rhythm patterns? You sure did, and you used tempo very well as well today. Okie dokie, so now I would like you to answer some questions so that your teacher knows how well you did today, okay? So in your journal, you're gonna answer a few questions about our lesson today because you did meet the objective. You met the objective. So the first question I need you to answer for your teacher is explaining what our 3 vocabulary words are. And of course, beat and rhythm were in the song. So if you forget what those are, you just review the song. The beat stays the same. That lyric is the definition. The rhythm changes with the words. Well, use that as your definition or your starting point to explain it. Okay? And if you want to add about the Latin and Greek roots, about tempora meaning time, for the vocabulary word tempo, the speed, well, by all means, teachers love that stuff. And about the root word for rhythm is flowing, to flow. In Greek, that's wonderful too, okay? But I want you to explain them in your own words as well. That's important. Also in your journal, what I'd like you to do is explain the different rhythm patterns that you created with beats today. And I'm going to leave this up here for you for a little bit so that you can take a peek, and if you want to copy it down, you can. Or you can just describe it in your own words because we did put it in our body. Walk, 1, 2, 3, 4. Freeze and hold, finding the 1, very big deal in dance. 1, 1, 1. And then, of course, elephant walk, stepping only on the first and third beats. 1, 3, 1, 3. And then skip and gallop, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then, of course, the mouse run, the hardest of them all, that I know sometimes we slow down just so that we can figure out that rhythm pattern and speed back up and get back onto the correct beats. I have to. It's okay if you did. It's pretty normal. It takes time to get up to speed on the mouse run, but that's 1 e-anda, 2 e-anda, 3 e-anda, 4 e-anda, and those are actual words. The e-anda is actual words used in musical language as well. So if you already play an instrument, you probably already know that, okay? So I want you to either draw that out or describe that for your teacher so she understands that that's what the objective was, okay? And that this is what you played with today and created with your bodies and explored those different beats and different rhythm pattern. And then the last question I want you to add to your journal to share with your teacher is, what did you like about today's class and why? What did you not like about today's class and why? Because your opinion matters, but you gotta explain why. You can't just say, I didn't like it, I loved it. Now explain why, because it lets you understand you better as an artist and as a dancer, okay? So dancers, you did a wonderful job today. I had a fabulous time dancing with you. Mrs. Braza here saying thank you. I'm signing off, and until next time, keep dancing. Good job.